For years, viewers have welcomed Ben Shephard into their homes, his warm smile and steady voice bringing comfort, whether on Good Morning Britain, Tipping Point, or This Morning. He has always been the reliable presenter, the man who guided contestants with kindness, handled heated debates with grace, and charmed Britain with his approachable humor. But behind the glow of television lights, something far more personal, raw, and heartbreaking has been unfolding. For months, whispers circulated. Fans noticed his absences, the quiet tiredness in his eyes, the moments when his usual vibrant energy seemed just a little dimmer. Tabloids speculated, colleagues stayed silent, and loyal viewers wondered. And then the truth broke. His wife, Annie Shephard, usually so private and composed, could no longer carry the burden alone. In a rare and deeply emotional confession, she revealed the devastating reality her family had been shielding from the world. Ben Shephard, the man loved by millions, is facing a life-altering medical diagnosis. And with tears in her eyes, Annie opened a door into their private pain, a door that revealed not just illness, but the unshakable power of love, resilience, and hope. To the nation, Ben has always been more than a presenter. He is a familiar face, a companion across decades of television. From his early days as a fresh young host, to his long-standing role on Tipping Point, to filling in seamlessly on This Morning or Good Morning Britain, he has been steady, dependable, and beloved. But to Annie, to their sons, and to those who know him best, Ben is something else entirely. A devoted husband, a loving father, a man whose greatest joy has never been the cameras, but the quiet moments at home, playing football with his boys, cooking meals together, laughing late into the night. Their marriage has long been admired, not for glitz or red carpets, but for its quiet strength. Away from the cameras, they built a world of family, routine, and genuine love. And it was that private, precious world that illness suddenly threatened to shatter. The details were, at first, kept closely guarded. Annie explained how they endured countless hospital visits, endless scans, and moments filled with unbearable uncertainty. The hardest part, she admitted, was not the diagnosis itself, but the silence that followed, protecting Ben's dignity, shielding their children from the full weight of the truth, and carrying the emotional toll of knowing each day could bring another setback. "How do you carry on as normal," she asked, "when the man who has always been your anchor is suddenly so fragile?" Together they did what they had always done. They turned toward love. Annie and Ben created laughter where there was fear, told stories where there was silence, and found hope even in moments of despair. Behind the cameras, Ben endured treatments that left him exhausted. Nights in hospital beds blurred into days of cautious optimism, only for hope to be shaken by new challenges. Annie, balancing her role as a mother, a professional, and now a caregiver, shouldered a burden that would break many. But she never let Ben feel alone. She became his voice when he was too tired, his protector when the world pressed too hard, and his strength when he felt weak. And Ben, in turn, refused to surrender to despair. Even in his darkest hours, he insisted on creating joy, watching matches with his sons, finding humor in small moments, and supporting the causes and charities he has always cared deeply about. When Annie finally revealed the truth, Britain was stunned. This was not a headline about a celebrity. It was a revelation about a man the nation truly felt it knew. Colleagues at ITV were among the first to rally, flooding social media with messages of love. Contestants from Tipping Point shared memories of his kindness. Fans across the UK wrote heartfelt messages, many saying they felt like they were losing a member of the family. The hashtags Pray for Ben and Stay Strong Annie trended within hours. Strangers who had never met him shared their own stories of illness, resilience, and love, finding comfort in the shepherd's courage. But alongside the support came controversy. Some questioned whether Annie should have revealed such private pain. Others argued that her words, though heartbreaking, had already changed lives, reminding everyone to treasure their loved ones before it's too late. Why did the shepherd stay silent for so long? Annie answered honestly. Ben never wanted pity. He didn't want his name tied to illness or for headlines to reduce his life to a diagnosis. He wanted to be remembered as a father, a husband, and a presenter, not a patient. Ben wanted to live fully, Annie said, without constant reminders of his condition. He wanted to carry on, for us, for the boys, for himself. And so they carried the silence together until the burden became too heavy for Annie alone. At the core of this heartbreaking revelation is not just illness, but the extraordinary love story of Ben and Annie Shephard. For decades, their bond has been unshakable. Annie revealed that Ben's courage in the face of illness gave her strength, while Ben admitted it was Annie's unwavering devotion that kept him going through endless days of fatigue and fear. Their relationship is not about glamorous appearances, but about something far deeper, holding one another when the world feels like it is falling apart. Annie's words still echo across Britain. Ben gave me the kind of love I never dreamed I would have, and I refuse to let fear take that away. Annie confirmed that Ben's condition is both chronic and life-threatening. The road ahead will be filled with treatments, hospital visits, and days of uncertainty. But she also stressed something crucial. Ben is not giving up. He continues to fight with every ounce of strength. He continues to cherish the life he has built with his family. And he continues to find moments of joy even in the shadow of illness. For Annie, sharing their truth was not about surrender. It was a call for understanding, compassion, and love. For viewers, especially those in their 60s and 70s, this story has struck a deeply personal chord. Many have faced their own health battles or walked hand in hand with a partner through illness. Annie's revelation has reminded us all, life is fragile, time is fleeting, but love endures. True love isn't about red carpets or grand gestures. It's about the quiet moments, the ordinary days that become extraordinary simply because of who we share them with. Ben Shephard's journey is not finished. His story continues, one of courage, resilience, and unshakable love. But perhaps the greatest lesson is this: illness may shake the body, but it cannot destroy the spirit. And love, pure, unconditional love, outlasts even the darkest of storms. So what does Annie's revelation mean to you? Does it change how you see Ben, not just as a presenter, but as a man, a husband, a father? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's keep this conversation alive. And before you go, don't forget, subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications, and join us as we continue to follow this story. Because in the end, this isn't just about Ben and Annie Shephard. It's about all of us. It's about love, resilience, and the power of hope.